We were barefoot on barefoot on the boardwalk, hearts too loud to hear the tide. You said let's never grow up, with your hoodie zipped up tight. The sun was melting on the water like it knew we had no time. And every laugh you gave me felt like something undefined. You drew lines in the sand, said nothing good ever lasts, but I still held on like I could make the moment stay. The salt hung in your hair, the future wasn't there, trying not to drift away. We were chasing waves we couldn't catch, running wild through summer's edge. Every kiss like a shot in the dark, trying to hold what was falling apart. You were lightning in my veins, and I was drowning in your name. Things look better when they don't last, like waves we couldn't catch. Bonfire smoke and Polaroids, your voice cut through the ocean noise. You said I'm scared of getting close, but let me in more than most. I watched you dance in the fading skies, the moonlight sharpened your tearful eyes. I wanted forever in a single frame, but we were both too young to name what we were or what we missed. A memory sealed in a half-spun kiss. We were chasing waves we couldn't catch, running wild through summer's edge. Every kiss like a shot in the dark, trying to hold what was falling apart. You were lightning in my veins, and I was drowning in your name. Some things look better when they don't last, like waves we couldn't catch. Now the shoreline doesn't feel the same, and I still flinch when I hear your name. I scroll past photos we never took, and dream in pages from your favorite book. Maybe love's not always meant to stay, maybe some tides just slip away. We were chasing waves we couldn't catch, hearts too fragile, moving too fast. Told ourselves we'd find our way, but some storms don't wanna stay. You were lightning in my veins, a soft goodbye I can't explain. We burned so bright, then turned to ash, like waves we couldn't catch. Now I walk alone where we once ran, with sea foam brushing across the sand. And if the wind ever brings you back, I'll still be watching those waves we couldn't catch. Windows down, hearts on fire, midnight roads, chasing something higher. Your laugh lit up that cigarette glow, tangled limbs in the after show. We wore the heat like second skin, drunk on the thrill of where we'd been. You said let's stay lost a little while, and I fell for your broken smile. Now I'm haunted by echoes of July, sunburned days and your hazel eyes. Every song brings you back to me, like waves that never leave the sea. We were sparks in a sky too wide, moments we thought we could hide, but nothing gold ever gets to light. It all fades to echoes of July. Tasty cups, barefoot on the lawn, telling secrets till the stars were gone. You traced dreams on my shoulder blades, said nothing real ever has to stay. We kissed like the world was ending, young and loud, unrelenting. Now your voice is a distant hum, like summer's done. Now I'm haunted by echoes of July, sunburned days and your hazel eyes. Every song brings you back to me, like waves that never leave the sea. We were sparks in a sky too wide, moments we thought we could hide, but nothing gold ever gets to light. It all fades to echoes of July. I still wear that old perfume, still feel your ghost in every room. And I don't scroll through photos much, but I remember every touch. Was it love or just a phase? Either way, it won't erase. Your name still rings like a sigh, caught in the echoes of July. Now I'm haunted by echoes of July, sunburned days and your hazel eyes. Every song brings you back to me, like waves that never leave the sea. We were sparks in a sky too wide, moments we thought we could hide, but nothing gold ever gets to light. It all fades to echoes of July. And if you feel it late at night, that shimmer just beyond the light, know I'm still somewhere holding tight to echoes of July. City lights blur into stars. We're chasing highs and broken cars. Cherry coke on your lips, talking about love like apocalypse. Rooftops, neon haze, dancing slow in a static daze. Your eyes said stay, but your voice was low, like you knew this couldn't grow. We were living in neon summer dreams, floating where nothing's what it seems. Skyscrapers glowing like the sea. You and me just make believe. Every kiss was a secret escape, falling fast with no plans to break. Now you're a ghost in my silver screen, a part of my neon summer dreams. 3 a.m. you laugh too loud, hiding pain like a thundercloud. We talked in riddles, half asleep, hearts too fragile, words too deep. Late night diners, Polaroid shots, burned too bright in vacant lots. We swore this was more than thrill, but even dreams can't stay still. We were living in neon summer dreams, floating where nothing's what it seems. Skyscrapers glowing like the sea. You and me just make believe. Every kiss was a secret escape, falling fast with no plans to break. Now you're a ghost in my silver screen, a part of my neon summer dreams. And maybe we were always fiction, a heat wave born of contradiction. But damn, didn't it feel real, like time could bend, like we could heal. Now I walk these streets alone, still dialing your number on my phone, but you're somewhere I can't reach, just a wave pulled back from the beach. We were living in neon summer dreams, floating where nothing's what it seems. Skyscrapers glowing like the sea. You and me just make believe. Every kiss was a secret escape, falling fast with no plans to break. Now you're a ghost in my silver screen, a part of my neon summer dreams. So if you ever find that inside those neon summer dreams. I'm still caught inside those neon summer dreams. She walked in like golden light, barefoot on pavement, no end in sight, laughing louder than the ocean breeze, tasting freedom in the heat with ease. She wore July like her favorite dress, messy hair and no regrets. I was winter trying to stay warm, she was the calm inside the storm. No one told me love could burn, soft as sunsets, sharp as turns, but every moment felt like flight, and I was already losing the night. She was summer, wild and free, a fleeting dream too bright for me, the kind of love you can't hold tight, slips through your hands with fading light. She didn't stay, but she left it glow in every sky. I'll never know, I didn't see it then, but now I see. She wasn't mine, she was summer. We kissed in parking lots at 2 a.m., told secrets to the ceiling fan. She talked about leaving like it was fate, I smiled like I could make her wait. She sang old songs with modern pain and danced alone in midnight rain. Her eyes said more than words could try, like she was born to say goodbye. I held on like I could stay the heat, but you can't tame fire with steady feet. She burned, she blurred, she ran right through and left me haunted by the hue. She was summer, reckless flame, the kind you chase but can't reclaim, a season that knew how to sting, but damn, she made the silence sing. She taught me how to let things go by being something I never know. I didn't understand, but now I see. She wasn't lost, she was. Now I chase her in the rearview glass, in every echo of the past. Streetlights hum the songs we knew, but they don't sound the same without you. Some people are too bright to stay, they show up just to fade away, and you don't forget, you just survive, wishing ones could stay alive. She was summer, soft and loud, a thunderstorm wrapped in a cloud, the reason I believe in pain, the kind that makes you love the rain. She left me burn, but still I glow in places only she would know. I didn't get to keep her, only feel what it meant to touch something real. Now every June feels like a ghost of what I had and lost the most. She wasn't never meant to stay, she came to show me how hearts stray. And though I'll never call her mine, she left her light between the lines. I don't need forever just to see. She was never here, belonged to me. She was never here to promise or please. She was never here to break or be. She was summer. She danced barefoot on the edge of night, like the stars were watching just for her light. Backseat dreams and cherry eyes, she whispered truths wrapped up in lies. Every word felt like a spark, glowing soft in the humid dark. I didn't ask where she was from, I just knew I didn't want her gone. The breeze held her name like a secret told, and time slowed down like the world turned cold. just a shadow that slips away. There was moonlight in her eyes, a goodbye wrapped in thin disguise. She was here and then she was gone, like the calm before the dawn. She said some hearts are just too wide, and I believed her every lie. But God, how I was alive in the moonlight in her eyes. So if you see her on some August night with wind-blown hair in the soft street light, tell her I'm still chasing skies, still haunted by the moonlight in her eyes. You showed up in that vintage tee, sunset bleeding behind the sea. We sat on rooftops, drank cheap wine, said things we'd forget in time. Your laugh was louder than the waves, but your eyes told stories you never gave. I asked if you believed in fate. You said not when it's this late. Every touch was close to real, but August makes it hard to feel where love begins or where it ends. We were strangers playing friends. These are my August confessions, half-truths and quiet obsessions. We carved promises in heat and gold, but even fire can turn cold. You kissed me like we had forever, but we both knew better. Summer's a beautiful kind of lie. It ends but it never says goodbye. We danced barefoot in a parking lot to a playlist we both forgot. You told me secrets under flickering lights, only visible on humid nights. You said don't ask what happens next, as if the future was a kind of hex. So I just nodded, scared to speak, afraid that words would make us weak. We laughed too loud to hear the truth, that we were only renting youth. Moments borrowed, nothing owned, two hearts pretending we were grown. These are my August confessions, sunburned dreams and misconnections. You love me like a fading song, short and sweet but not for long. You held me like the tide holds shore, just enough and nothing more. Summer gives but it also hides the tears behind those late night rides. Maybe we were never meant to stay, just a chapter in a sunlit haze. But I still see a shadow fall every time I drive past that mall. And if you ever think of me, I hope it's with a kind of peace, because I meant it all, every word, even the ones you never heard. These are my August confessions, a love that lived in half sentences, no closure, just a soft rewind to a version of you that felt like mine. We lit up like a fire escape and faded fast without a break. Some stories don't just drift into the night. Now September's colder than I thought, and you're just a lesson I almost caught. But I still write you in quiet sessions, my final fading August confessions. You rolled up in your dad's old car, windows down, playing indie stars. We were talking like we knew it all. Hearts on fire, nothing small. Sunset melted into your skin, a golden hour I wanted to live in. We didn't say what this might be, but it felt like more than just chemistry. Your laugh hit harder than the waves, and I was hooked, no chance to save. We drove until the streetlights blinked, too close to think, too lost to sink. We were drunk on dusk and something more, craving what we couldn't ignore. Your eyes said stay, your lips said go, and I loved you through the undertow. We didn't need a plan or map or name, just two hearts beating out of frame. Summer whispered like it knew us, and we got high, just being drunk on dusk. We kissed where the pavement met the sand, no audience, no master plan. You pulled me close like we had time, but your silence slipped between the lines. You said, don't ask about the fall, like autumn might ruin it all. I laughed, but I could feel the shift. Even magic starts to drift. We wrote our names on fogged up glass, moments made to never last. Still I held on to the way you stared, like even you were a little scared. We were drunk on dusk and something wild, like breaking rules and running miles. The sky turned pink, then gave us gray, but we didn't care, it felt okay. No promises, no second guess, just tangled hair and summer mess. We didn't need forever, just the rush of being lost and drunk on dusk. Now I still drive that ocean road, chasing ghosts in stereo. Every corner echoes you in songs we swore we never knew. Maybe it was just bad timing, or maybe we were perfect lightning, gone too fast, too sharp, too sweet, but still the only place I'd meet, the version of me I liked the most, the one you held when days got close. We were drunk on dusk and raw desire, two kids playing with borrowed fire. I still feel you in the air, in moments soft and barely there. Your voice still hums beneath my skin, like August asking to begin again. Some stories don't need a just because, they just exist, like being drunk on dusk. Now the night falls softer than it should, and I wonder if you ever stood in that same place, chasing the hush of who we were when we were drunk on dusk. We met where the waves kissed the shore, your hoodie soaked, your eyes unsure. You said let's not make this a thing, but your touch said everything. You were leaving in September air, but August made us both not care. We danced on sand with no beat, hearts tangled in the summer heat. I knew it couldn't stay like this, but I still leaned into your kiss. The ocean kept our secret well, a story we were scared to tell. Now we're echoes lost in tides, like names the water tries to hide. No goodbye, no wait for me, just two ghosts forgotten by the sea. The salt still clings to my skin where your memory's always been. Some loves don't sink, they drift away, and mine still crashes every day. You carved a heart on driftwood bark, said this'll fade before it's dark. We laughed like we were brave enough, but even then we called it just a crush. We counted stars we'd never name, and kissed like we weren't both afraid. No photos, just the grain of time, etched in sand, erased by tide. You never said if you'd return, I never asked though my chest burned. Some things are better left unsaid, like poems written but never read. Now we're echoes lost in tides, like names the water tries to hide. No goodbye, no wait for me, just two ghosts forgotten by the sea. I still feel the hush in your voice, like love wasn't even our choice. Some hearts don't break, they just freeze in summers that never leave. I go back sometimes to the dune where we lie. The seagulls still sing what we tried to deny. I swear I saw your silhouette in the foam like a faded thread, but you were never really mine, just borrowed light for borrowed time. Now we're echoes lost in tides, like names the water tries to hide. No goodbye, no wait for me, just two ghosts forgotten by the sea. And if you ever think of me, think soft, think warm, think quietly. We weren't meant to make it whole, just flicker then let go. Now I walk alone by the waves, tracing footprints time won't save. You're still somewhere in the breeze, a name forgotten by the sea. Neon lights flicker off the tracks. I'm staring down where I can't go back. You said it's late, but you didn't mean time. More like we crossed some fragile line. Your hand slipped slow from mine that night, like you knew this wouldn't feel right. Midnight voices in the station hum, two hearts pretending they're not done. Now I'm on the last train home, passing streets we used to know. Every window shows a scene of a life we built in between empty seats and echo songs, trying to figure where we went wrong. You're still everywhere I roam, even on the last train home. Vending lights and platform rain, you're a soft ache I can't explain. We had August in our veins, now I only taste the remains. You said love I'm on the last train home, passing streets we used to know. Every window shows a scene of a life we built in between empty seats and echo songs, trying to figure where we went wrong. You're still everywhere I roam, even on the last train. You ever think of me past one, when the night's too still and the city's done? No, I still see you in the glass every time this train rolls past. Maybe time had sealed our fate, but I still wait at every gate. Now I'm on the last train home, passing streets we used to know. Every window shows a scene of a life we built in between empty seats and echo songs, trying to figure where we went wrong. You're still everywhere I roam, even on the last train home. So I ride through fading light into the corners of the night. No goodbyes, just undertones. You, me, and the last train home. Late July, heat in the air, barefoot hearts, we didn't care. Skipping stones by the fading light, your hand in mine felt just right. We carved our names in the old oak tree, said this'll be our legacy. But even the stars have to fall, and forever isn't long at all. Midnight fireflies in the dark, dancing like our reckless hearts. All those moments we can't rewind, still I see them every time. Flickering truth in a fragile sky. We were infinite, you and I, but some things fade like summer nights, like midnight fireflies. Old songs playing through the static. That summer was cinematic. We drove too fast down coastal roads, running from what we didn't know. You said, don't look back, just breathe. But I left a part of me beneath that moon we watched from the parking lot, a promise made we both forgot. Midnight fireflies in the dark, dancing like our reckless hearts. All those moments we can't rewind, still I see them every time. Flickering truth in a fragile sky. We were infinite, you and I, but some things fade like summer nights, like midnight fireflies. And maybe we were just a spark, meant to glow then fall apart. But if I close my eyes, you're there. Laughter tangled in the air. I still feel the warm July, still chasing those midnight fireflies. Midnight fireflies in the dark, dancing like our reckless hearts. All those moments we can't rewind, still I see them every time. Flickering truth in a fragile sky. We were infinite, you and I, but some things fade like summer nights, like midnight fireflies. So here's to the silence after the song, to knowing where we don't belong, to memories we didn't plan, and letting go with open hands. You were the light I couldn't hold, a story in gold, gently told, still burning soft behind my eyes, my midnight fireflies. A cigarette with shaking hands, back against the boardwalk stand. The sun was melting down too fast, like you knew we wouldn't last. We said nothing, just watched the light bleed across the edge of night. I memorized the shape you made against the sky that burned and frayed. Your voice was soft but held a storm, like letting go had become the norm. And in that silence something died, neither of us even cried. Story run dry, like a film that ends mid-scene. No credits, no in-between. You held my hand, then let it fall, like love was never ours at all. Some sunsets don't ask why, they just leave in a burnt orange sky. You said let's not ruin the view, but I could feel the end in you. The tide rolled in like borrowed time, fading out what once was mine. We made a home in passing days, but summer doesn't love that way. You smiled like you had something to say, but let it drift and walk away. I traced your shadow on the shore. No, we won't be us anymore. Still I stayed until the dark, where your echo left its mark. My face, then pulled away, like August never asked us to stay. Some colors mean goodbye, like the flame in a burnt orange sky. Now every summer tastes like ash, moments gone in one quick flash. I see your ghost in every glare, in songs and streets and ocean air. Was it real or just a phase, a fever dream in heat wave haze? But even if you don't look back, you're the reason the dust turns black. Under the burnt orange sky, we watch the truth float by. No closure, just the heat we wore, and love left dripping on the shore. And we didn't promise, didn't stay, just vanished in that amber gray. Some goodbyes never lie, they just burn in a burnt orange sky. Now the sun sinks and I stand still, waiting where I know you never will. And though time keeps walking by, part of me still lives in that burnt orange sky. Golden hour on your parents' roof, barefoot truths, no need for proof. You laughed like you had no fear, but your silence was always near. Shared a blanket, shared a lie, said we'd never say goodbye. But even forever starts to bend when August whispers this will end. We were chasing fading sunsets, holding on to what we'd soon forget. You and I like waves and sand, close enough but slipping from my hand. Moments we thought would never die, now live in a peach and purple sky. All that's left are silhouettes, you and me, and fading sun. sunset. Backseat nights with the windows cracked, radio low and your head leaned back. You said love was just a phase, but I was caught in your wildfire gaze. Took photos we'll never frame, with fireworks we couldn't tame. Now all the sparks are sinking slow, and you're just someone I used to know. We were chasing fading sunsets, holding on to what we'd soon forget. You and I like waves and sand, close enough but slipping from my hand. Moments we thought would never die, now live in a peach and purple sky. All that's left are silhouettes, you and fading sunsets. Do you remember how it felt? Like time stopped, like nothing else. But time moves fast when hearts are slow, and people leave before they know. You said don't make this a goodbye, but some dreams only live in July. We were chasing fading sunsets, holding on to what we'd soon forget. You and I like waves and sand, close enough but slipping from my hand. Moments we thought would never die, now live in a peach and purple sky. All that's left are silhouettes, you and me, and fading sunsets. So here's to all the things we lost, to every line we never crossed. I'll keep the colors, leave the rest, just ghosts beneath those fading sunsets.